Istongo Seminole Jeremy Foltz Chaho Jifkados Mojanita Hadamnita He doesn't Popahoyan Mo and fit Let's be Hoggies.
Yeah, let's be my
Mm-hmm. So Mo and I got Delaney Pinnock in here with me today.
It's Jay.
How you doing, Delaney? So last week we wasn't in here because of the federal holiday, but this week we're back and we're strong. But there's no where's media at? Where's the communications team?
Hey, left us hanging today.
So we're gonna call this the language department produced show because Mark and Joe, even Angela, they're out today. I guess they're not here. I don't think they're out. They're just not here. But but we're gonna try to do it. Hopefully, if the show just goes off the air, you can blame us for it. But if this is the best show that we ever do, we're gonna blame communications. How about that? So, man, Delaney, it's been raining a whole lot this week.
I know.
It's right, so I just got to give a shout out to my hooktie. I've had her all summer and she's been helping out with summer youth and stuff. But this week she's not here with us this week. Exactly. She's in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And she's doing band camp, and she's at the University of Arkansas. And so, so she called me yesterday was Monday, right?
Yes.
We dropped her off on Sunday. Yesterday was Monday. Guess how many times she called between me and my wife?
22 times.
Times it by 2. Oh. That's how many phone calls we got. No joke, man. I got called about 8, and I thought that was a lot. And me and my wife was out to dinner last night, and I said, how many times did Mika call you last night? She went, let me count them up. 2, 3, 4. She kept counting all the way to 32. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I about drove to Arkansas to take the phone away from my kid.
Disconnect it.
I know. Disconnect the phone, not pay the bill, and she won't have a phone to be able to call us. But it's a good week this week. We hope everyone's having a good one. A lot of ceremonial grounds have had their green corn or going through their green corn ceremonies, and so if they have, we want to wish them a happy New Year. A lot of good things just going on this summer. A lot of good events going on over in our in the Muskogee
only way
Res.
to start your day is with today's best country. 97.7 FM and 1260 AM. KWSH.
That's right. But even on the Muskogee Res, they celebrated Sovereignty Day yesterday and went up there and watched Mary Catherine Nagel's film on the far end. Or not her film, but her play. And that was a good one, and so celebrated with them over there. But it's been a good week, and like I said, we wasn't here last week, but now we're back and got some things going on. And so, like we always do, 4th and 8th Sunday church meetings coming up. Joe usually gives me a hard time because when I'm on the air, he says I get the easy churches, but I don't know if there's a hard church or easy church. They're just church names, So this week is going to be the week of July 16th. And we have Achina, Alabama Quasadi, Belvin Baptist, Cedar Springs, Cold Springs, Hatchijeba, Little Coweta, Little Quasadi, Mini Springs, Okmulgee Baptist, Prairie Springs, Spring, Weogolfki, West Eufaula, Wewokoji, and Yardika, and then Creek Chapel. And then also the Chogadalummi, the official publication of the Seminole Nation, is also adding church meeting service dates to their publication. And so if you're a member of a Muskogee Seminole church and you do not see your church listed, or you do not hear us call your church name, send an email to seminolemedia@gmail.com. Let the communications department know the name of your church and when the next church meeting is, and they will put it in there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think so too. And then also, every week we talk about the ones that have started their journey. And this afternoon, I haven't sent the email yet, but I've got to take off to go to a funeral this afternoon. And a lot of families are missing loved ones today. We want to remember those families and members of the community in your thoughts and in your prayers. And at this time, we're going to go ahead and pause for a moment of silence. Mado. All right, we do have a guest in the building today, and we're going to try to get through some announcements real quick. But as far as the government goes, the band meetings, there are some band meetings going on. So July 17th, if you're in the Nuthkup Harjo band, you have a band meeting at the North Community Building from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. North Community Building on the beautiful grounds of the Miccosukee Mission. There on the over by the newly being renovated, the old bingo hall.
Looks good.
Which is, I know, it's really looking good. If you haven't been to the Miccosukee Mission grounds here lately, you might ought to drive by there. There's a lot of new additions and some just some nice little pavilions going up, and a big pavilion going up, and looking pretty nice out there. And also the Tezagaya Harjo Band meeting will be July 20th at 6 p.m. at the Council House. And so those are the two band meetings that we have currently. And then the ARPA assistance deadline, we've been kind of talking about this for the last month because it's a big one. So the deadline is coming up. And so the General Council of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma believes that ample time has been given to tribal members to have applied for household assistance and wishes to end the appropriation given with the passage of TR 2021-29 effective July 31st. So that means that the $2,000 ARPA money given to tribal members, it now has an expiration date of July 31st. And we want you, if you haven't signed up to get your assistance, you need to do so. And then, that needs to be done this month. We're already in July the 11th.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, we've got about 20 days to get that done. So, all right. And then we have the ARPA clothing application.
I don't have the caption.
Oh, you don't have the caption? The application is now available to be downloaded on the tribal website, which is we'll blame that on communications, www.sno-nsn.gov. The $200 disbursement is based on the availability of funds and will be accepted between the months of August 1st and September 30th. The only downloaded applications will be accepted. No emailed, fax, or copied applications will be accepted. Upon downloading, please refer to page 2 of the application for more guidelines and procedures to ensure proper processing. Man, did you hear my little high note there?
I'm not used to that.
I know that was natural right there.
We have some news from the Boys and Girls Club. They have relocated to the We Welcome Middle School. So if you're not sure where they're at We Welcome Middle School.
Temporarily,
yeah. But that's where they're at for now.
All right. And then also from CHR and Diabetes, they usually try to keep the community pretty active. And so on Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 a.m., they do chair aerobics at the bridge here in Seminole. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, they do chair aerobics and Tai Chi classes at the New Life Church in Wewoke, Oklahoma, starting at 10. And then in the afternoons, you can do brown bag fitness So Mondays and Wednesdays, it's at the Figny Wellness Center. Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's at the Senior Citizens Building in the exercise room there around 12:15. If you have any questions and want to get fit, get active, start doing chair aerobics, start doing Tai Chi. Who was the guy that used to do Tai Chi, Bo? Bo, you know. He was the Kung Fu. Yeah, he did that. What was his name?
The ball head guy?
Yeah. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. But yeah, if you want to get Tai Chi and be like him, you can give them Jerome Harrison and Kyla a call at 405-584-7923. All right, let's go ahead and go to Free Summer Meals.
Okay.
Ojitsa.
Seminole jido, hoboido.
There you go.
All right. Free summer meals for kids. Opted home box. So it's come and eat.
Inga. I'm ready for this.
But from
Jaloi Hagi.
ages 1 to 18. So you might be past that a little bit.
Not just a little bit.
And that's up to July 31st, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Located at Seminole Nation Food and Nutrition Services, which is at the Mission. For more info, you call Seminole Nation 405-257-7236.
It was David Carradine. That's who it was. I think it was David Carradine.
Kung Fu.
Yeah, the Kung Fu guy. But yeah, Tai Chi. Sorry. You said come and eat, and David Carradine's name just popped in my head when he said that. So, also, from the higher ed department, attention please. The Seminole Nation Higher Ed, their higher education scholarship application for the fall 2023 semester will be open on July 3rd. It will be available on the tribal website, sno-nsn.gov, so it's already out there. Paper applications available for pickup at the higher ed office, which is located at 630 North Main Street there in Seminole, which is just south of the Pink Laundry. The deadline is September 14th by close of business that day. And then also, if you're looking to get into some adult ED programs for GED, offering GED classes, man, you can tell I'm rusty. I didn't do last week, man, and I think I'm just rusty this week. Golly. The Seminole Nation Adult Ed program offers free GED classes. There we go. That makes sense now.
Believe in you.
Thank you. I'm glad someone believes in me. Open to the public. You can get your GED. You can go to college, get a better job, help your family. But give them a call. Give our friend Dana Factor a call over there. Dana Harjo a call over there, 405-241-6801. And then, if you want to visit them in person, I suggest you go on July 20th and tell them you're going to go by July 17th because they're having a free ice cream social that day from 5 to 7 at the Education Building. Come join them for some refreshing treats and learn about the higher ed program. Again, you can call 405-241-6801. And if you RSVP by the 17th, you'll get free ice cream when you go on the 20th.
That sounds good. Don't miss it.
All right. Bo, let me ask you something. Do you happen to have any good thought-provoking? You sure did, man. You were right on it today. Even though we're a week out, on July 4th, 1841, during the Seminole Wars, Seminole warrior Kawakaji is held as prisoner on ship in Tampa Bay in chains and shackles. He is told to encourage other Seminoles to surrender and move to Indian Territory. If he fails to do so, he is to be hung along with his family by the United States government. Did you know that, Dylan? Yeah. And you know, I had the opportunity to go with the nation to Egmont Key, and I know Mark just went to Egmont Key not too long ago, and I got a chance to go over there with the prior historic preservation office director Ted Isham at one point, and we went to Egmont Key, and that was a big thing because Egmont Key was a disembarkation point for the Man, that thing always throws me off. But yeah, like I was saying, Egmont Key was a disembarkation point for Seminoles, which is right off Tampa Bay. It's in the Gulf, and that was another thing. They held women and children on this island. It's a secluded island, and as an attempt to force warriors out, from fighting, they give up. And so some good information there from our Historic Preservation Office and Mr. Jake Tiger. But the HPO office also has an announcement. The Seminole Nation Independence Day is being celebrated on Monday, August the 7th. Door prizes, traditional meal, T-shirts, guest speakers. That will be at the Miccosukee Mission Gym between the hours of 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Again, Seminole Nation Independence Day, August the 7th, from 6 to 8 at the beautiful Miccosukee Mission Gym, recently renovated as well.
Oh, but
New floor and everything.
All right. Stay from Mission to Tecumseh, summer feeding. And that's going to be up to July 28th, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Some of the feeding sites: Bob Crouch Road, Hardwood Grove Road from 11:30 to 12. Slick Humphreys Park, 12:15 to 12:45. City Hall from 1 to 1:30. So come get a free lunch. And that's there in Tecumseh.
Good deal. And also a note from the JP&T director, Miss Emma Wesley Harjo, beginning, it said today, it's July 7th, but the Seminole Nation Job Placement and Training will be under construction. Anyone who is visiting Job Placement and Training or the Tribal Employment Rights Office, TARO, will have to enter the building from the back door. There is no handicap rails available at this point, and so please be careful. And then both departments will be at the Intertribal Council July 12th through the 14th. And so yesterday they had we didn't even make it yesterday to the refreshments that they had. Emma, we're sorry. We really talked about the cookies and didn't come get one. But we wanted to so bad. But yesterday even they had the front of the entrance closed down. You had to go through the back door. So if you go visit them, just be aware that there might be some construction going on. And then also social services. Application for LIHEAP cooling assistance are now available on the Seminole Nation website. Please see the flyer for information or call 405-786-5025 for inquiries. Also note that the Seminole Nation Social Services received more funding for the ARPA ETA Energy Assistance Program. Applications are also available on the website under the ARPA tab after scrolling down. If a tribal member or family has already received an ETA ARPA assistance, they will not be eligible to reapply until the new fiscal year, which starts on October 1st of 2023. All right, Sindoc news.
Sindoc. Wadoa?
Uh-huh.
Of the future leaders.
Right above it. Yeah, that caption.
The Seminole Nation Baby Pageant is quickly approaching. It will take place on September 9th. Applications are now available on the Seminole Nation website, www.sno-nsn.gov, under the news and events section. So you don't want to miss out on that. If you want to get your Hawiwa in there, represent. So they'll be at each convenience stores, the Sindoc administrative office. All entries must be submitted at the Sindoc administrative office by the deadline date of August 25th. And that's 2115 West Wrangler Boulevard there in Seminole.
You're starting to hear of all these events going on. And me and Delaney were talking about, do we just go ahead and announce it by itself, or do we need to start doing the Nation Days segment? And I think here pretty soon, I think we're going to do Nation Days segment. Yeah. When we get more activities together, so everyone knows what's going on, because the Nation Days is coming up in the third week of September. 15th through the 17th, is that right? So everyone get your dancing shoes on. I heard there's going to be some good entertainment. Your stomping shoes on if you want to dance a little bit, and there'll be some good times. Get your I was going to say your riding shoes on, but I guess you don't I guess your shorts if you want to ride on the rides.
Yeah.
Just don't burn yourself. But usually it gets hot. I used to hate that when I was a kid. I'd get on the ride and my shorts were not as long as the seat was, and
Yeah.
those seats were always getting sun on them. And you go to sit down, you burn the back of your legs. Golly. But yeah, then I probably have permanent scars on my thighs from sitting down on those hot plastic chairs.
Been there.
But and then also from the Veterans Department and the Veteran Services, beginning back in May, the Veteran Services representatives, or VSR, from the Oklahoma Department of Veterans Affairs were available and have been available to assist all veterans and veteran families at the Veterans Center at Miccosukee Mission. No appointments needed. It's just first come, first serve, and this is going to be every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And assistance will be provided in areas of like disability claims, disability reviews, VA healthcare, burial assistance, benefit, pension, requests for DD 214 discharge paperworks, and others. So if you have any questions, contact Mr. Galen Greenwalt, 951-533-1407. All right, Delaney, you got some
Got
birthdays.
some birthdays here. Let's start out with Sherry Harjo, Jennifer Lena, Rex Haley, Terry Fish, Kenneth Fixico, James Five, Jeff Anderson, Chenda Hill, Gabby Factor, Yana Factor, Trevin Jimboy, Raylan Colonel, Regina Holata, Charlie Factor, Angela Marshall, Chinhinchka Nita, Futski, Fula Uwagutchis. But I also have a special shout out
Oh,
to
yeah, this is a good one.
Steve and Patricia Yeager. It's their golden anniversary, 50 years.
50 years, congratulations.
Yeah, bache.
Man, that's a good one right there. Good one. I'm sure they've been through some highs and some lows and everything. But so now we'd like to welcome to the radio show at the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma in front of our 1.5 million. Go ahead and leg up to our 1.5 million listeners out there. The junior miss of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, Miss Amira Newsom. Amira, how you doing?
Hello. A song go.
You don't have to hit the mic. It's okay. Amira, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. This is your first time on the radio.
Yes, it is.
Like ever? Have you ever been on the radio show before?
No, I haven't.
Good deal. So why don't you tell all 1.5 million people that's out there, tell them a little bit about Amira Newsom and Miss Junior Miss.
So, hello everyone. I'm the Junior Miss Seminole Nation of Oklahoma. It's been a wonderful experience being able to represent my tribe, and our pageant is coming up, and that was also a very amazing experience, and I want to come on here and talk about that a little bit as well today.
So Princess Pageant applications are available right now. As me and Delaney talked about earlier, in the third week in September, the Seminole Nation Days will be going on. And you went through this process last year. Give us some tips. I'm sure there's some young ladies out there. It's summertime, so they're out of school, listening. Tell them some tips. What did you go through? What did you learn? Tell just if there's another young lady out there that's thinking about running, you got time to convince them to run. Put in their application.
Okay, so this has been a great opportunity and experience, and it's a great way to be involved in your Native community, even if you weren't previously before, because throughout this pageant, we have resources and you're able to learn and our traditions and history and our language. And I've been able to go many places and meet new people and been able to be an ambassador for our tribe, and it's been just such an amazing experience. And I want to encourage all young girls, even if you are second guessing yourself, even if you don't know much about your tribe, you should definitely run and encourage your family members, your nieces or cousins to run for this.
Yep. And so I'd like to think personally that I'm kind of up to date on all the events going on, and I like to try to be as active as I can, supporting, things that's going on in the community. y'all are places I didn't even know there was stuff going on. I'll look up there and your mom's posting pictures of y'all being at
Yeah.
powwows and different events. I didn't even know that was going on. And there's a mirror out there, Miss Junior Miss, doing her announcement. I'm like, holy cow, were they like? I didn't even know. So
Yeah,
you've been a lot of new places this year. I'm assuming you guys have been on the
definitely.
go. Seems like every week I see y'all somewhere.
Yeah.
And then you also see Miss Ayani
Ayani.
TV, and then Junior Miss Olivia
Hard.
Harjo,
Yeah.
and then all her family, and they all do a great job. But man, y'all are on the go.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, it's been amazing being able to go all these places with them, and we've been to New Mexico, and tomorrow we're actually going to be going to Mississippi for the Choctaw pageant, and in a few weeks we're going to Florida to go to the Florida Seminoles pageant, and I'm so happy that we get to do that.
some experiences. I always remember being able to go to Florida. It's always been a good experience. And then tomorrow, you said you're going down to the Choctaw Fair. They're
Yes.
going to the pageant, which is also the World Series of stickball going on right now.
Yes.
And so, have you been watching any of that?
I have not been watching any of it, but I hope that we get a chance to see it whenever we're down there.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. Um, yeah, some good stuff. So, again, kind of going back to the pageant, the application, where can you get the application at?
So you can get the application on the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma's Facebook. If you scroll down in their feed, you should be able to find the application and a link to it. And it has all the information that you need on there, and you're able to submit it on there. And the deadline is July 30th. So even if you are maybe just thinking about it, I encourage you to please just go ahead and submit an application, because it'll definitely be worth it, I promise you. And the requirement of age is 7 years old to run for it is 7 years old age requirement to run for Little Miss, and then 13 years to run for Junior Miss, and 18 to run for Miss.
18 to what for Miss?
18 to 23.
18 to 23 for Miss.
And you must be enrolled in the tribe as well.
Good deal. Good deal. And so I'm going to put you on the spot here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Give me one experience that you thought, man, this is pretty cool, or like a highlight so far the last year.
So downtown OKC, there was a conference, and it was a conference an education conference, and there was so many people there. There was probably about 5,000 people there at least, and I got to introduce myself in front of all these people. And then I also remember going down to New Mexico, and I was lucky enough to get there whenever I was little and go to the gathering, but this time around was a completely different experience, and it was just so cool to be able to do that.
Good deal. And so at the Oklahoma City conference, I think we were there. I don't know if we were there for your part or not, but we went to the language part of it. I think that was on the separate day than the other part of the conference. So that's pretty tight, pretty cool. And let's see. Next year, obviously, you won't run. Do you have any future plans to run for Miss?
I'm not sure if I'm going to be running for Miss, because I have to wait 2 more years to do that, because I'm 16 right now. But I might run for another title for something else in the future.
Good deal. So here's your opportunity. We've got a couple minutes left. Any parting words that you would like to say? Any kudos, like you want to give your mom a shout out? You want to give the Princess Committee a shout out? This is your time. Junior Miss of the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma, Amira Newsom.
I want to give a shout out to my Miss and Little Miss, of course. And I want to invite everyone to our pageant on September 14th. It's on a Thursday, I believe. And yeah, again, if you have anyone in mind, or you yourself are thinking about submitting an application, please go for it, because it's just a great opportunity to do this. So yeah, thank you, Mido.
Good deal. Thanks for coming on. Also, you can get hard copies of the Princess application at the 3 convenience stores at Wewoka, River Mist, and I-40. You can catch the rebroadcast of this radio show on the Facebook page, YouTube, and tribal website, sno-nsn.gov. For the Seminole Nation of Oklahoma every Wednesday. If you have news or announcements you want to share on the Community and Events Facebook page, please email the communications staff at seminolemedia@gmail.com or call 405-652-7251. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, tune in every Tuesday right here at 11 a.m. on KWSH 97.7 FM and the legendary 1260 AM. For the entire language department and no one from communications, Mado, for what you do, Miss Junior Miss Mado.
Mado.
Thanks for coming on. We'll see you later. Jihi Jathis.